Never Search Alone by Phyl Terry. Are you looking for a job or thinking about switching careers? Then you already know how isolating, exhausting, and even frightening the job search can feel. Each application sent into the void, each polite rejection, can send you deeper into a spiral of self-doubt. You might have strong credentials and great experience, but the process itself takes an emotional toll on everyone. But what if there was a way to turn this lonely struggle into a journey of support, community, and ultimately better opportunities? What if the single biggest mistake we make when job hunting is trying to do it all by ourselves? In this guide, you'll learn about a new approach that transforms job hunting from a solitary nightmare into a community-driven process. You'll learn how to team up with fellow seekers, conduct market research instead of just networking, and discover the sweet spot between your unique talents and what the market actually demands. The core idea is both simple and revolutionary. Search for a job as part of a team. It's called a Job Search Council, or JSC. This is a small group of 4 to 6 professionals at similar career levels who meet regularly to help each other navigate the challenges of job hunting. Think of it as creating your own personal advisory board for your career. Unlike typical networking events focused on exchanging business cards, JSCs emphasize openness, trust, and genuine support. Because the job search can feel so isolating, it's easy to forget that we are social creatures. When people share similar vulnerable experiences, trust forms quickly and hope begins to replace isolation. That's exactly what happens in a JSC. Consider Sophia, a marketing professional whose previous manager had completely destroyed her confidence. She felt like an imposter, but her job search council helped her see her own strengths again. They celebrated her wins, helped her reframe her skills, and restored her self-belief. This newfound confidence translated directly into stronger interviews and ultimately better negotiation outcomes. These groups also expand your reach in ways you couldn't imagine. Each member contributes unique contacts and industry knowledge, exposing you to opportunities you'd never find searching solo. During the pandemic, 5 professionals formed a JSC. One member's connection to the world of private equity ended up opening doors for 2 other members to land fantastic positions at PE-funded companies, an industry they never would have considered on their own. We know that most hard things in life are easier when you do them with other people. It's time we started applying that principle to job hunting. Starting a job search council might sound intimidating. Who really wants to discuss their career struggles with strangers? But the process is surprisingly straightforward, and it starts small. Begin by securing just one other person. You can reach out to your contacts and ask if they know anyone with a similar professional profile who is also looking for a job. Connect with past coworkers, share a post on a professional platform, or explore your alumni communities. Don't limit yourself to your own field. Having members from different industries can bring fresh perspectives and an even wider network. When you contact potential members, here's a key piece of advice. Highlight that you're establishing a forum to ask for help. This specific language acts as a filter, drawing in cooperative, humble individuals while deterring those who might try to dominate the conversation. Be clear that the group's purpose is providing both emotional and practical support. One important guideline: try to keep unemployed searchers in a separate group from those who are still employed. These 2 groups move at very different paces. Those without jobs usually need to move quickly and meet frequently, while employed members require a gentler schedule to manage their existing work demands. After you find your first partner, work together to establish some basic ground rules: how often you'll meet, privacy expectations, and your collective commitment to helping each other until everyone has landed a new role. Then, each of you finds one more person, aiming for a total group size of 4 to 6 people. Meetings can follow a simple format: progress updates, brief help requests, and longer discussions or group activities. As the organizer, you'll facilitate, but don't overthink it. Eager job seekers instinctively support one another. It's no secret that the best job opportunities often come through connections, yet most people approach networking the wrong way. They ask for favors instead of seeking wisdom. The real breakthrough happens when you reframe networking from asking for help to gathering market insights. Here are 3 types of strategic conversations that turn awkward requests into enlightening exchanges. First, when talking to former colleagues or supervisors, ask for honest feedback on your past performance, both your strengths and your areas for improvement. People tend to be more candid once a working relationship has ended. One JSC member learned from an old boss that he needed to improve his prioritization prioritization skills. That single piece of feedback ended up transforming his management style and his entire career path. Second, with your broader network, try this question. If you were in my shoes, how would you approach this career transition? This reframes you as someone seeking advice, not a handout. People enjoy playing the role of advisor and will often reveal insights you'd never discover on your own. Third, treat recruiters as sources of market expertise. Instead of asking them to find you a job, ask for their assessment of the market. Which jobs could you get easily? Which would be a stretch? Recruiters appreciate being consulted for their industry knowledge, not just their contact lists. For every conversation, have a consistent structure. Give a brief career summary, ask your main question, and always conclude by asking for one or two other people you should talk to. This turns networking from a dreaded chore into a powerful research mission. When it comes to finding the right job, slowing down at the beginning can actually speed up your success. Most job seekers make the critical mistake of leaping into applications and interviews while they're emotionally vulnerable and unclear about their goals. This leads to random applications that go nowhere and rejections from jobs you didn't even want, which devastates your confidence. The solution is a structured self-discovery process before you even start looking, and the secret lies in inversion thinking. Instead of struggling to articulate what you want, begin with what you absolutely hate. What would be your professional nightmare? One software executive, Allison Mnookin, realized her nightmare was sitting at her computer alone all day. This simple clarity helped her focus her search exclusively on team-oriented collaborative roles. Next, transform those insights into concrete must-haves and must-nots. If you hate frequent travel, your must-have is no more than 3 work trips per year. This specificity prevents you from accidentally accepting a role that will make you miserable later. Your JSC is the perfect place to get feedback and identify your own blind spots. To build emotional resilience for the journey ahead, practice gratitude. Make a list of everyone who has helped your career and write a thank you letter to each person. You don't have to send them. The act of simply reflecting on your past support system reminds you that you have a community of allies and boosts your confidence when self-doubt creeps in. This preparation gives you clarity and an emotional foundation, so when you do face rejection, you'll be ready. Many job searches stagnate because of a gap between personal aspirations and market demand. Robert, a media executive, spent months trying to transition to Silicon Valley tech companies, only to face rejection after rejection. They simply didn't value his traditional media background. But reaching your ultimate career destination sometimes requires taking an unexpected route. Robert made a strategic pivot. He accepted a junior-level product role at a well-known tech firm, sacrificing status and income for market credibility. Years later, this calculated risk paid off, and he secured the senior role he originally wanted. Success requires developing your candidate market fit, an honest evaluation of which positions you can realistically obtain now. After clarifying your market position, your LinkedIn profile and resume must be aligned with your target, not just your past. And here again, your JSC is critical. It's nearly impossible to be objective about your own materials, but it's easy to spot problems in someone else's. This market research can sometimes reveal unwelcome information, but this honest assessment is what creates the groundwork for a strategy that delivers real results. The most important question in every job interview is the one you ask yourself afterwards. Do I actually want to work here? Many candidates get so focused on impressing the employer that they forget interviews are a mutual evaluation. Instead of just hoping to get hired, become a business detective. Start your investigation early. Look for telling details in how leaders communicate publicly. Search for employee reviews and pay attention to patterns. During interviews, pay attention to how people actually behave. Do they seem rushed or genuinely engaged? Ask pointed questions about company culture, like how teams resolve disagreements or what happens when projects fail.